From currency vaults, the rhythm of the soul, a Hyderabadi heart with a Malayali goal, mastering the Beher, bringing worlds into view. A zigzag journey where each book is a child with ancient Syriac roots. It's the unfolding of Elizabeth Mona.
Please share a brief account of your early life and background and how poetry entered your life.
Yeah. Basically, I'm a Hyderabadi Malayali. That means my mother tongue is Malayalam. My parents had come from Kerala, settled in Hyderabad. My father was having a job here. So I studied here only and I even got a job here, got married here. I'm more of a Hyderabadi now. And at school, I studied, being a Hyderabadi, we become sort of multilingual at an early age because we learn English medium, Hindi and Telugu. And mother tongue also will be, to some extent we know. So my mother taught me Malayalam at home. So then these four languages in my early age only I knew. And poetry, I used to write small poems, sometimes for the friends and, just for fun and for school magazines and all. That is how it started. I was a bookworm. I used to read a lot of books. Then afterwards, went to college. And then when I was in college final year itself, like in my teenage only, I got a job in the RBI. So it was in RBI that afterwards got more into poetry.
Yani, since a teenager, you were a multilingual personality.
Yeah. And I love learning languages. That is also one thing. Yeah, though I forget afterwards. I learned German when I was in college. Second language I took German. Then after my early retirement I took. And then, I did an A-level course in from Boite Center here. Then I learned Syriani. We are Syrian Christians. So our liturgy, Roman Catholics have in Latin, we have in Syriani because our patriarch is in Antioch. So, the Kerala Christians, we have Malayalam and Syriani in our churches. So we have a college in Kerala which teaches that language. So I'm still doing an online course in that. And it's very interesting, that principal said I met him 3-4 years back when I went to Kerala with my cousin. So he said, since you know Urdu, Suryani should be very easy for you because it's also a Semitic language and it follows somewhat, the same Alif Bete, that's an upgrade language.
Moving to the second question, what were the major literary or personal influences that shaped your poetry, that shaped you as a poetess?
Actually, my father, he was interested in Malayalam poetry, so I used to hear a little of Malayalam poetry from him. And then I was very fond of film songs, old film songs. Lata Mangeshkar and, the old film songs are full of lyrics. And I used to listen to that Binaka Geetmala and do my homework also at the same time. But I was a mathematics student for information. Anyway, I was more interested in literature. Library, I used to go spend a lot of time there. I was very much away from sports and all that. I was more of a bookworm. And basically at that time, I used to write English only. Hindi was, okay, chalta hai, khatam karna hai. I just had to finish that. It was a sort of punishment to finish that Hindi at that level. But then later on, in RBI, Reserve Bank of India, we had this Hindi Divas. September 14th, we have that. So part of that celebration is calling the poets from outside and having a Kavi Sammelan. And in Hyderabad, any Kavi Sammelan will have some Urdu poets and any Mushaira will have some Hindi poets also. So that's how I got to interact with the poets, because otherwise RBI means, you're always into mathematics, finance and this thing. You don't have any connection outside. But here, this I could get a chance to mingle with the poets of Hyderabad. So that's how I started. I mean, then they invite. I know I just wrote a few, managed to write a few small poems in Hindi and recited it there. Then they said, "You are interested in poetry. Why don't you come and join our groups also?" So we have a lot of Hyderabad groups of Hindi, Urdu, mixed and all that. So I joined those groups, and then my interest in poetry increased. And then I heard other people how they write poetry and all that. And then once what happened, in the beginning, I just used to write without knowing much about the rules of poetry and all that. But then uh, someone actually told me that, "Madam, you're writing nicely, but then you should learn more about the prosody of Urdu, the Beher and the, because otherwise only Radif Kafi, you can't write that. That time I used to write, but later on, took, requested one, Kamal Prasad Kamal, a senior poet. Urdu that there, it is like that Guru Shishya Parampara, no? Like you must be knowing that every person has at least most have Ustad, and then they show their poem, get it correct, all that. So here, when I was here, I used to take advice from one Kamal Prasad Kamal, and then when I after basics I learned from him. Then when I went to Bombay, I got a very good Ustad, R.K. Sharma Mehrish ji. He was, not only Hindi, Chanda Shastra, Urdu prosody also, he taught me very simple language, and I picked it up also because I was a math student, and then I could relate to the numerical digital form of the poem.
At what point you realized that poetry was not just an expression for you, but a lifelong vocation for you?
No, actually, there was no such defining moment as such. It was just a gradual unfolding. Slowly, how you get to know your friends or how you get to used to an atmosphere. It was like that. So I got into that ambience of poetry, and it continued. So in the beginning, I used to write, and then I used to send some to some magazines or to some paper, or recite in some mushairas, kavi sammelans and all. But then, when you're working, you don't have time to publish books because that requires a lot of time, and it has, once you recite, you can always correct it later. But once it is printed, you can't do anything. So you have to be very, very careful before going to publish a book. So my books were published only after my retirement. And my first book was Beyond Images. Beyond Images was a book of English poetry, free verse. And the beauty of that book was that it was every poem was illustrated by one Sushil Thapa. He's a pen friend from Nepal. So he has done a sketch for each poem, a pen and ink. And that book has been translated into many languages. I also did some, and somebody else did in Tamil and French also. And my first Urdu ghazal book was Kehkashan. So that also was a landmark, it got award from Lucknow and Hyderabad also.
How has your academic journey or intellectual journey influenced the themes of your poems, the poetic themes?
Actually, I'm a math student, and my job also is not academic. It is more of a bank. What work we have to do, and especially I was in the currency department. So in fact, there was some interesting poems I've written about the bank also, about the bank and about where we are working, and about the friends around and all that, which came in our magazines. We have Without Reserve one magazine. An interesting thing is when the inspection department came to our bank, that is, so they find out a lot of mistakes, and they know you should have done that, you should have done this. So I wrote a poem that was in English called Guests at the Bank. and it was sort of making sort of humor, saying that they call for things that we don't have, and then they are uninvited guests and all that, just like that. But then I just wrote it for our friends. They said, "No, madam, you send it to the without reserve." I said, "My God, they may fire me." Said, and to my surprise, they did publish it with you in humor, with a line cut in with humor. And the what you call flip side of it is that when I was transferred to RBI, Bombay, I landed in the same department. So that is called poetic justice, I think. So I knew what is their job.
Which moment or experience of your life was the turning point in your literary career?
There were many turning points. It's like a zigzag journey through poetry. And as I first said, the Hindi Divas program was the one that turned me towards Hindi poetry. Earlier, I used to write only in English, Hindi, and then there was a magazine called Kadambini in which one of my poems came. That was Hindi, what do you call it, free verse. So that got me a lot of appreciation letters, including the one of Sushil Thapa, who I told you, he became he illustrated all my books also, most of my cover pages and this Beyond Images. And also there were some other people who wrote to me, and we continued with some of them. I continued the correspondence. Interestingly, one was a person who thought of me as a daughter, one was like a sister, and there was one jailer, I mean, one person who was in jail also who wrote to me. Like that, then you get to know different people who are interested in literature. Then there was Adabi Trust Mushaira. There was an Adabi Trust Mushaira, Kulind Mushaira. That is what do you call, All India Mushaira, which took place in Hyderabad. And I was the person who represented Hyderabad. So in that program, my what do you call mentor Kamal Prasad Kamal told me, "You please go and meet Ali Sardar Jafri." He was there, Ali Sardar Jafri, Nida Fazli, Bashir Badar. So that was a very turning point in my career also, because that gave me a confidence, and that even there was the governor was uh, presiding over it, and Siyasat had organized it. So I could get a lot of connections, or I mean, whom I could later on meet. I met all these people later on when I was in RBI, and Ali Sardar Jafri Saab was in Bombay, Nidas Fazli was in Bombay, Bashir Badar when I went to Bhopal. So it started a connection, And then Urdu Academy here gives a lot of encouragement to writers of Urdu. So it also gives book grants, it gives awards on books, it purchases books. And so like that, I got, I think I have written about 5 or 6 Urdu books, in which four I think are ghazals and one translations one is from Malayalam and one is from Hindi. So then I got some awards for the books also, and I got a lifetime achievement award also from them, which is very, it's a turning point, like recognition. And the government of AP last Christmas, we have a Christmas program here, and they give awards to people in the different fields. So I got in literature. I mean, that is all over. So these are the things that have made me go forward. And of course, that Rekdar was another program which was a defining, what do you call, point in my career, because that introduced me to a lot of online audience also. And my books also, some of my books and poems are on that. And I think that video is still there on Rekta.
Yes, ma'am. Last question of the biographical section. How do you see the evolution of your poetry from your earlier life till the present, till now?
Yeah. As far as poetry is concerned, I can talk mainly about the English poetry and the Urdu poetry. English poetry, I used to write, At that time, we used to write only with rhyming, like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how are you, that sort of, we used to have that rhyme scheme. Nowadays, the rhyme has become old fashioned. Nowadays, the English writers are writing more in free verse than in the original rhyming, what we used to learn when we were small. So, and I have experimented with like different genres of what do you call verse, poetry, yeah. And as I said, I mean, ghazal has been my favorite topic. I mean, it's such a vast, what do you call, canvas that you can write anything, and you have to be brief, but you have to make your point in 2 lines. So I also I have written a book of English ghazals, which is something. I mean, you need to say it is something new, something special. Okay. And in Urdu, I started off writing, just like that, and then only Radif Kafi knowing that much only. But then I was encouraged very much by my peers and all that. Then after meeting these two ustads, I write better without mistakes. And also, I decided to read Urdu books. You need to know the language, and Urdu is such a beautiful language both in seeing and in writing. So I learned the Urdu script from Jamia Millia Islamia. And so now I can read, write, and even type in phonetic Urdu, of course. That's that's it. So, and along this time, I think why I started publishing my books, I said after retirement, early retirement. And now I have published about 25 books on the world. That's my, what do you call, or my children. I've got so many children plus my original 2 children, because each book is like a child. One more thing, I was one more stepping stone type. I was invited to the University of Calicut, and they have also taken some of my poems for their syllabus, Urdu syllabus. I am not a, no, no, I am not a PhD, but somebody is doing a PhD on me. That's